everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about American Horror Stories, Episode 7, Necro, and Episode 8, Lake. And to be honest with y'all, I wasn't feeling Episode 7 at all. And to me, in my opinion, it was just a waste of time. So this episode is about a girl named Sam that works at a funeral home. She's been dealing with some kind of trauma that she never talks about, not even with her boyfriend Jesse. But when Sam meets a new gravedigger and a death removal technician named Charlie shows up at the funeral home, he pushes her to accept her truth. It doesn't take much for a push, and yeah, she was falling for him like immediately. So fast forward when Charlie faking his own death with the help of a pill purchase that he bought on the internet and prosthetic autopsy scars applied by his friend, Charlie's body shows up on the slab. So when Sam sees that the next body in line for her to prepare for the man that she was just getting to know and finding herself falling for, she sheds a few tears and then she starts to make out with him. And when she finds out that Charlie faces death, she gets upset, as she should be. But Charlie reminds her that nowhere in his scheme did he ever thought of her mounting his dead body come into the picture until she put it there. So, fast forward again when Sam quits her job at the funeral home to become a makeup artist and prepares to get married to Jesse. She tries to fit into a certain society, but overall, she wasn't happy. Then, when it's time for both other couples to say I do, Charlie came out of nowhere. And I kind of figured that was going to happen. And Charlie just straight embarrassed Sam in front of everyone. And Sam was so upset. It was a video that was recorded of her climbing on top of Charlie's dead body at the time. And so, of course, the wedding got canceled and Sam was embarrassed. And basically, the whole town know because one, nobody didn't want to hire her. And she was looking for revenge to kill Charlie. So at the end of the episode, they basically at the end, when Sam meets Charlie, they have a discussion. She wanted to kill him, but she still kind of killed him anyways, or whatever, and they just die together in the grave. And so I just didn't really like this episode. I thought that this episode was going to give me the movie of the autopsy of Jane Doe at first, but it went down here towards the middle and end of the episode. Charlie should have stayed dead. It would have been more interesting if he would have come back to life from the dead and was haunting Sam. And I just felt like the writing was lazy and it was boring. So now on to the last episode, which I didn't know was the final one, and that is Lake. So this episode was about two siblings named Jake. Was mysteriously pulled underwater and drowned while his older sister Finn looked horrified. So following the death of Jake, Finn and their mom, Erin, played by Alicia Silverstone, start having nightmares and visions, begging them to find him. However, their father Jeffrey refused to support them. Leaving their dad alone, Aaron and Finn set off on a mission to find Jake's body in the lake, which led them to discover three dead bodies, chained in a cement block. But when the local authorities sent divers in, they couldn't find any trace of such corpse. So at the end of season 2 finale, Aaron and Finn realized that Jeffrey's family was responsible of the chain corpse when the lake was first formed. So the main reason behind the death of Jake is discovered to based on the internal need of revenge and justice, as their family has been covering up their ancestors' money-making murders for several generations. So this episode kind of surprised me a little bit. It had a little twist into it, which I enjoy. The characters in the film, it kind of reminds me of the movie The Fog a little bit. Not like the whole aspect of it, but just the story of the revenge and justice for the family. So this episode wasn't really that bad at all. And to be honest, I actually enjoyed season 2. It does have its hiccups, but it was way better than 1, I would say. So to compare season 1 and 2, I prefer watching season 2 than 1. I felt like it was a pretty good season. I do have some favorites. I do have some favorite episodes, and I probably do like a top 5 favorite episodes in season 2. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later. Bye.